Do you have a bunch of large round beads and don't know what to do with them? Well, stick around and we'll see what you can make. Hey there, I'm Amrita from Atria Jewelry. Welcome to day 2 of our 12 Days to Christmas challenge. Today we are going to make some fun snow people ornaments. And you can do this in any combination you like. Here I have a few different beads. You need a larger bead for the body, a medium bead for the head, and then you can do a topper with bead caps, or you could have a crystal on the top. And so I'm going to show you a couple of different options. These are simple to make and a great activity to do with the kids. They can choose their beads and put them together and make their own unique snow people. What I'm going to use today are some large round beads, different sizes and combinations, so we can look at what we create with that. I have a range of bead caps, and then I have some decorative string. I will make sure to link all of these down in the description below, and I have some fine ribbon to create the ornament hanging. I'm using some anodized copper wire that I have here. This is coated and that's why it looks darker. It has that bronzy finish. You can use any wire, you can use aluminum, you can use copper, but I have this, so I'm going to use this here today. The tools you will need: a ruler, a flush cutter, a bent nose or chain nose pliers, needle nose or chain nose pliers, so you need 2 pairs of pliers, and then a round nose or a 6-step bail making plier. I like the 6-step looping pliers because then my loops are more consistent, so this is what I'm going to be using today. I will show you 2 kinds of wires because then depending on the size of wire you have, you can make that knot below. So for the first one, I'm going to use this 20 gauge copper wire. What I'm going to do is first put on a bead cap. So you choose your bead cap. Maybe we'll do this one. And then I'm going to put the smaller bead on for the head and a larger bead on for the body. Now, if you have something else that can be like a spacer bead and you'd like to add a collar, you could do that. That's a kind of cute snow person right there. So that's the pattern I'm going to use. Now I'm going to cut about 6 inches, I'm eyeballing it here, off that wire. And I'm going to make a simple knot. Let me move this out of the way so it's not distracting. I'm going to make a simple knot at the bottom to hold the beads. So to do that, I'm coiling the wire around the smallest step of my 6-step looping plier to make 3 coils. Then I am going to pull the wire up like that and pass it back through the coils and pull. This will create a neat knot at the bottom to act as a stopper for your beads. And then you can take your bent nose or needle nose pliers and just tighten that knot so it's nice and perpendicular to that wire. And I'm going to put on the largest bead for the body. I'm going to put on the collar. And if you don't have a collar, you would just tie a ribbon in the end, so I'll show you another one. I'm going to put the smaller bead and then put on the bead cap. That is your snow person. And now we are going to bend this wire over because you want this to be tight and hold its shape. Bend that wire over. Take your 4th step of your looping plier and wrap once around to create the loop. And then you're going to wrap around itself a few times to ensure the shapes hold tight. So now there's no movement, the hat stays on, the snow person is done. So I'm going to wrap this one more time and snip the wire off again with the flush side towards my finished piece and tuck that edge in. And then I'm going to cut myself about 10 inches of this 1/4 inch ribbon. Fold that in half to make a knot. Like that, so then I have a closed loop. I'm going to put that through and pull that in through the hoop. And there, I have one snow person done. So that was with the 20 gauge wire. Now I'm going to show you what you can do with a larger wire. And for this, we wouldn't do a knot, we would just fold the end. So what I'm going to do with this one is work straight off of the spool. I'm going to, let's pick another one. Maybe we do this larger bead cap. And then we put the head on and we put a larger body on. So that's your snow person. And then to make sure that the bead stays on the wire, we are going to fold just the tip of the wire to make a stopper for the bead. And because the bead hole is pretty big, your stopper will need to be a little big, so you can do that twice and just roll that over one more time. Press that together. So I have my stopper and now the bead will stay put. And then I push all of my beads down, make sure it's tight, and pull this wire over. Use my 4th step on my looping pliers, go around and go around itself one time. Because this wire is much thicker, I don't have to do multiple loops. I'm going to snip that wire off and tuck it in. And then you can just adjust it to make sure it's straight. So I'm going to straighten that out. Make sure it's straight. And here's where I'm going to decide which color string I want to put for the scarf of the snow person. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this brown color, or we could do the gold. Let's do the brown. So for that, I'm just going to work straight off of this and tie 2 knots. So that's one. And then cut this off. And tie another knot. So that's your double knot. And that's the scarf of your snow person. And again, I'm going to take about 10 inches of this string, 1/4 inch ribbon, make the knot, and pass that through. So here are some quick and easy styles of snow people that we just made. These were old bead caps that had broken off of some necklace that I've repurposed. These are other bead caps. I hope you enjoyed this video and will like, share, and subscribe. And that's the end of day 2, and I will see you day 3. Have a beautiful day.